All right, I'm at one of my favorite spots to find stuff to resell on eBay and Poshmark, and I thought I would bring you along. I'm here for a few hours today, and I thought I would show you the stuff that I decided to buy, the stuff I decided to leave behind, and overall just show you a glimpse of what it's like living that bins life. So enjoy, and I'll jump in when there's information to share. So these bins are actually a little picked over because these are from the night before. I actually got here first thing in the morning, which I don't always do, and I don't always recommend because it usually takes them about an hour to roll new bins out after opening. But I happen to be in the area, and so I got a good parking spot. That's always a good thing. All right, some of the things that I decided to inspect, usually I'll just throw things in my cart and inspect later. This is a Free People cardigan with a giant hole, so I threw that back. This item, I think it's Urban Outfitters, and I can't remember the name of the brand, but I decided to grab for myself. It fits great with some leggings. I wouldn't pick up this brand to resell. I haven't had much luck with it, but I think it'll be great for me this fall. This is a Madewell basic, something else I try to avoid picking up these days just because this might only sell for $12 to $15. This had a couple holes in it, so I obviously didn't grab it, but even if in good condition, I probably would have left that behind. This is a men's kind of Henley tee. This is by a brand called Unplugged, which I occasionally pick up. The resale value has gone down a little bit, but this had a faint spot on the front, so I didn't even look it up, but I occasionally do pick up that brand. This is an item I did pick up. It's a nice, solid Hugo Boss kind of great fall piece for a guy. Unfortunately, there were some very faint spots that I'm doing a little stain treatment on, so we'll see if I can get those out and get that listed. This is a kids item. I really don't like picking up kids, but if the tag looks unique, I will definitely stop and look it up to see if it's valuable. The comps for this was only like 10 to 12, 10 to 15, so I didn't grab it. All right, a few solo shoes I picked up. Usually I'll pick them up, throw them in my cart, and hope that I find a pair at some point in the day. A pair of Allbirds, I didn't find the pair. This is a pair of Zara kind of velvet mules, which I thought were adorable. I also didn't find that pair, so I threw those back eventually. And this was a pair of Stuart Weitzman, or not a pair, a single, and they looked like they had never been worn. A great basic. Again, I didn't find that pair either, so I threw all three of those back. Here we are, they're rolling out some new bins, and every bins location or Goodwill outlet is slightly different. If you're new to your location, just ask an employee what the basic rules are. At ours, it's typically you don't touch the bins until they roll that entire section out, so you can see everyone just standing and waiting. Most people follow the rules. There are definitely some rule breakers, and recently our Goodwill outlets, a couple of them went back to normal, meaning it's open all day again, which is kind of nice. All right, I found a few things in that rotation. Here is a hat by a designer named Helen Kaminsky. I've sold a hat by her before, and I was really actually excited about this. This should probably sell for about $60 to $100. Everything should be listed by the time this video goes up. This is an Anthropology sweater by Meadow Rue. I only got it because it's a size large, a good basic. This is a pair of J. Crew jeans. I don't pick up a lot of J. Crew, but this is a size 30, high rise, wide leg, raw hem, and I think it was from spring 2020. So this is a new brand to me that appears to have been sold at Anthropology at one point, not exclusively, and so I decided I'd give it a shot. All right, this scarf I decided to take a chance on. I know some people are grossed out at the bins. If you're digging in bins, you're covered in bins. It's not a big deal. You can shower when you get home. But this designer appears to have taught or still teaches at one of the design schools in Chicago. I couldn't find any comps, but it was pretty lightweight, the right season, and I think it retailed for about $200 to $300. So I grabbed it. This is Young, Fabulous, and Broke. It's a tee that's got some pilling, and in general, I don't pick up that brand unless I really like the item. This was another one I didn't pick up. It's a men's denim and supply, which I loved the style, and I do like this brand occasionally, but there were some stains on one of the sleeves and they looked pretty deep. So I did not want to take a risk on that one, but I would have picked that up if it didn't have the stains. So the bins is one of my favorite places to source, but I know some people don't like it. I think if you're a new reseller, you shouldn't be afraid of it. It's a different community and a different environment, and I think it's just great to try a few times. If you don't like the bins, it's totally fine. And if you don't like a specific location, there might be a better location in your area. But in general, if you are relatively new, I would always recommend, if you're scared of the chaos, avoid the new bins that they roll out. That's typically where the chaos happens. Here is a leather wallet by the brand Lamb, which is Gwen Stefani's brand. I pick it up occasionally, but that had some signs of wear, so I threw it back. This is a new with tags. It looked like a kind of a strapless maxi dress. I know this probably, it's an extra small. It's got a new with tags, Macy's, it's DKNY. Could it sell for me eventually? Yes. It's not the right season, and I just didn't feel like picking it up. This was something I decided to take a chance on, and the brand is Dacute. I'm not sure. Dacute, made in Italy. The comps were very mixed. Some were selling for 100 plus. A lot of them are listed 100 plus, but there are definitely more listed than sold. So I think it might sit for a while. This is a marine layer men's tee. I really enjoy this brand, even some of the basics, but it had some holes that I didn't realize, so it's listed lower than I wanted. This is a pair of men's swim trunks, and I didn't recognize the brand. I decided to look it up, and it looked like the brand had some decent comps, so maybe around the 30 mark for this pair. This is another men's item. I just found a lot of men's this day. And this is by a brand called Blvd. I have some decent luck with this brand. It had a very subtle print on it. It was kind of a dark gray and tan print, but the size was good and it's going into the right season. So I did pick that one up. A few more men's items. This is a top or shirt by Mr. Turk, which was Trina Turk's husband. And I don't believe they make this anymore, but I usually have pretty decent luck. I think something like this should be about $30 to $35 resold. They make a lot of swimwear. This I picked up for style. It's just ASOS. I tend to avoid picking up this brand, but it was an extra large tall. So I thought that was a good size, and I just really liked the color. All right, so that's it. 3 hours at the bins this morning. It's gonna be 95 degrees today as the high, so I wanted to get out of there before it got too hot. I spent $25.42 on 11 pounds, 11.11 pounds. Nope, 11.1 pounds, so 11 pounds. So I didn't get anything amazing. I'm sure if I stayed longer today, I would definitely be able to find some really great stuff. My favorite item is the Helen Kaminsky hat, because I've sold a hat by her before and that sold quickly, and I think it sold for about $60. So I'm really excited about that one. And then I got some bread and butter. I took a risk on the cotton and leather jacket, and we'll see how that does. But yeah, fun day at the bins and time to get some air conditioning and get some food. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.